Welcome to this video with me, Duncan Williamson. I'm going to take you through part 2 of how to create a correlation matrix automatically and volatile. Here's a reminder. In the previous video, I spent some time walking you through this example where we created a formula like that. Coral, indirect, using this letter representing data in column A, this number representing the first row of the data in column A, and this number representing the final row in the data in column A, and column B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F. And the key point is, if your data aren't in columns A, B, C, D, E, F, but let's say G, H, I, J, K, L, M, then that would be H, I, J, K, L, M. It's like that. Part 2, I've turned my data range into an Excel table, and these are no longer necessary. What I did was I created this formula in this cell. Coral, wells, one number of wells, comma, wells, one number of wells, which is this column here. In other words, reading from the Excel table, I simply have to click on the column header. That selects the column there, and it applies to rows. So, for example, let me show you how I created this one. Equals coral. It's number of wells against number of wells. So I simply click on there, comma. I click on there again. Done. Second row. Coral. Number of wells, comma. Distance. Done. It's as simple as that. That's it. You can drag them right. Got to be careful about that though. What happens when I drag these right? I'm talking about these two here. I fill right. And what do we get? Well, this time so what we got was distance against distance, but we want distance against number of wells. So you might have to go through it like this. Distance first, number of wells second. It's as simple as this. Wells. And then similarly, this one is distance against weight, and make corrections. This is obviously not the only way to do it. I'm now distance against distance. It is distance against distance this time. And I get number 1. It's like that. Here we've got wells against weight against weight. Well, weight is correct, but it's not what we're looking for. This time it's weight against number of wells. I could try to change what's inside those square brackets by typing 1 space no wells, press enter, and that works. So that's the first one, and you might like that one. The good news is, as you expand your Excel table, no need to change anything here, nothing at all. The second method for this second video is coral, indirect $14, indirect $J15, which is here, K14, J15, and what's that going to do with it? And notice a small difference, not 1 space number wells, just no wells, dist, width, and so on. What you do now, instead of any reference to a table and so on, you create a series of range names. with the names depth, column 4, dist, column 2, fuel cost, column 6. In other words, these headers without the number and the space. But you have to create a separate range name, and then, let me demonstrate again, this one, equals coral, indirect, K14, indirect, J15, bracket, bracket, let me just review that, press enter, and I get number 1. If you'd like me to demonstrate dragging left and right, let's do that then. Let's put the $K14 and $J15, and it's still correct. And I'll fill down 2 rows, and there you are. And I'll go across, let's say 2 columns, and you'll see that's exactly it. Watch out for range name. If you expand your range and the range name doesn't update automatically, well, that's not so smart. That brings you on to using an Excel table as perhaps the best, most foolproof solution. Okay, that's it. That's 3 ways of creating a volatile correlation matrix with me, Duncan Williamson. Thank you for watching.